who worships other gods or someone. Muslim means someone who submits himself to the divine will of God. And you and I know that Jesus did submit himself to God. Thank you.
My question is, as Muslim, do you regard the Quran and the Holy Bible in the same level? Or do you value most the Quran and live according to the Quran?
Do we consider the Bibles that I have here and the Quran that I have here on the same level? Well, you'll have to know about the nature of the Quran and the nature of the Bible. You see, the Quran is one book. You can go to South America, North America, Europe, Asia, Africa, anywhere, any country, any town. Every Quran is the same Quran. No difference. Not a single Muslim of the 1.5 billion Muslims dispute over whether this is the Quran or there is another Quran. When it comes to the Bible, we have a bit of a problem, unfortunately. When you talk about the Bible, you have to actually identify which Bible are we discussing. You see, the Bible, you have different versions, as you see I have here. And they all don't have the same stuff in. Okay, I'm going to prove that. You see, this is the type of Bible I'm holding in my hand, which is the King James Version. The King James Version. This is the Roman Catholic Bible. Now, if you take these two Bibles, you will find that this one has 66 books. 66 books. This one has 73 books. This one has 66. This one has 73. Big difference. And the believers in this Bible, mostly Protestants, they disagree with those who believe in this Bible, the Roman Catholics, the majority. They disagree with those who believe in this Bible, and they attack one another. The believers in this Bible, the Protestants, they attack the Roman Catholics and say they are adding into the book of God. The Roman Catholics are saying the Protestants, they are taking away from the book of God. So now we have a big conflict. And this is only the beginning of the controversy. This is only the beginning of the controversy. Believe me, even among the Protestants, there are differences. The Protestants themselves do not agree as to which version of the Bible is more authentic. You know that? The Protestants themselves revise the Bible and re-revise it and re-revise it. And this is a perfect example that I have in front of you. I have the King James Version, which has a certain verse in, which is taken out here. Can you believe that? Protestants believe in these Bibles. They've produced them. But the King James Version has some verses, and I will quote you First Epistle of John chapter 5 verse 7. It's here in the King James Version, but it's not here in the New International Version. Heard that? New International Version. And in the New International Version, it states that this verse was not found in manuscripts earlier than the 14th century. This verse of First Epistle of John chapter 5 verse 7 was not found in manuscripts earlier than the 14th century, so they had to remove it. They had to remove it. So brothers and sisters, the Bible itself, we do not know which one is more authentic. Christians themselves are disputing. Some of them even condemn those who use this Bible. I've heard some Christians saying, no, don't use the NIV. Use only the KJV. And they swear by the KJV and don't swear by this book. This one here, some of them even call those who use this book false prophets. I've heard this. So there's a big controversy among the Protestants themselves. You have thousands of denominations, faith groups who are preaching, differences. So we have a problem. The chairman requested me to read the verse. The verse is in First Epistle of John chapter 5 verse 7. The verse which is here in this Bible and is not here in this Bible, it's only in a footnote. And it says that this verse is no longer there because it was not found in early manuscripts. This verse is in First Epistle of John chapter 5 verse 7, which states, there are three that bear record in heaven, the Father, the Word, and the Holy Ghost, and these three are one. It's now been removed. It's taken out. So the Bible itself, we have now already differences as to which one is more authentic. Number one. Number two, when we look into the Bible, we find, if I take one Bible, we find that this book has been authored by dozens of authors. Dozens of authors. Some of whom are unknown. Some of their names are unknown. Whereas you find, for example, in 1 Kings chapter 24, verse 8, it refers to Jehoshaphat. Jehoshaphat was 18 years old when he began to reign. Then you open another book, 2 Chronicles chapter 36, verse 9, Jehoshaphat was 8 years old when he began to reign. So was he 18 or was he 8? The same Bible, the same Bible. 2 Chronicles 36, 9, Jehoshaphat was only 8 when he became a king, when he began to reign. And 2 Kings 24, 8, Jehoshaphat was 18. Now if you agree that he was 18, then he couldn't have been 8. If you agree that he was 8, he couldn't have been 18. You have the same Bible, two different authors, the author of Kings contradicting the author of Chronicles. So now we already have discrepancies. Are such discrepancies and contradictions to be attributed to God?
Peace be with you.
Salam
My
alaikum.
name is Aaron Banda. I'm a Christian. I just want to know that if Jesus is not the one who was crucified on the cross, then who died for us on the cross?
Who died on the cross? I will take this question, although it's not relevant to the topic. But since we're speaking of Jesus, and it is somehow relevant. I do agree that it is relevant. Sorry. Anyway, who died on the cross? If Jesus didn't die on the cross. But why do you have to believe that Jesus died on the cross? Because God can do miracles, can't he? And Jesus said in Matthew chapter 12 verse 28, concerning the sign of Jonah, he said, as Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the whale, so shall the Son of Man, Jesus, be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth. So what is Jesus saying? He's saying that he will be like Jonah. As Jonah was in the belly of the whale, he shall be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth. My question is, how was Jonah in the belly of the whale? Was he alive or was he dead? He was alive. Now we can go into a long discussion, but I will just mention two good points. Firstly, Jesus is saying that he will be like Jonah. If he is not like Jonah, meaning he is dead, then he doesn't fulfill this prophecy. But if he is like Jonah and he is alive, he fulfills this prophecy. Furthermore, if you open 1 Corinthians chapter 14 verse 44, according to